Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to try something new. I actually got this at a request from a viewer. So they asked to do a daily pick a card. So the first pile will be this amazing stone skull. I love this. I got this from a friend a couple years ago. Since it's almost Halloween, I'm going to do this crazy unicorn. And last but not least, I got this from my mother, I believe it was last Christmas. And it's like a shot, but it's like a glass skull. It's really cool. I love it. So those are going to be your choices to choose from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit there and I'm going to show the images of each card in each pile, because when I see daily pick-a cards, I notice some people are drawn to like the images that are actually on the cards. Like something will stand out a little more to me on the actual card. And if I get any messages from Spirit or anything, I'll let you guys know and I'll go through with it. This is my first pick a card I've ever done. So I got like 6 decks here. I'm going to go what I'm drawn to. I might actually just pause the video, choose the cards, and then I'll come back on. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I just don't want to take up too much time in the video. So we're going to do from Archangel cards. This is my absolutely favorite deck. This Angel Oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards. Oh, this is the deck I'm drawn to every single day. So again, leftover from yesterday is anxiety. The storm is moving out because it's in the reverse. So the storm is moving out. So this is a reminder of anyone who's brand new to the channel that doesn't watch the daily pick a cards that the storm of anxiety is on the way out. Mercury retrograde is only... Whoa, look at that. Mercury retrograde is only here for a couple more days. So, put that there. Flew out. Wanted to be a part of this. This one wants to be a part of this as well. I was told to have fun. Someone needs to have more fun. And it's hard, especially when we get into those states where we feel a certain way. With me, when I was grieving, it was hard for me to have fun. I had living guilt that I was living on without my late husband, Shane. And it like the first time after we were unpacking and I had built a garden. I made a memorial garden to him. My mom has this chair she's had for years. Gosh, that chair is like, what, 23 years old, that chair. One of my exes had made it for her. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous chair. I really appreciate the effort that he put into it. But this chair... I brought it outside. I believe I sat in that chair. I sat in the chair anyway, and I put my feet in the grass. Oh my gosh, it just shook me. I wanted to get grounded again after everything, and I wasn't able to do that for months. I had to hurry up and pack up the house and stuff, and it was just like living guilt that you're moving on without those people. And it's like, Spirit is saying, have fun. Gotta have fun. Oops. Look at all the cards flying out. Pull to this one. Alright, so we got this one. And let's see what the other cards say. Because we're talking about this, right? So the Moon, the Seven of Swords, the Tower, Page of Coins. So it looks like some delays in here. 9 of Coins. I'm just showing these because maybe this might resonate with someone. These cards. The Ace of Coin. I've never gotten this card before. And the Emperor. So someone is in a situation, if we look at the traditional Emperor, you have to stop letting the world decide, make your decisions in your life, and lead with your heart. Anytime I have readings with love, that's what is usually the basis of the message. Stop letting gossipy. We were told by JJ Constellations, if you watch her, she does these monthly cards. So the first card we pulled out of the fairy deck. This is the last deck I'll pull from. Maybe I'll do some sayings here. Is the fairy cards. I love these also. I just haven't been drawn to these lately. This is one of the first decks I bought when I started this. Take steps to assure the financial security for your children and other loved ones. Making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. So some of you are at the stage in your life where, maybe you could buy a home. So making wise investments for your children to have. Your children, leaving something for them. Something for their children if they decide to have children, or their partner and them to enjoy when, you are reborn into the next life. And I do believe that. I truly believe that. And if you don't, I apologize. I don't say those things to offend. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the actual image, like the actual stacks, the back of them, and you can see which one you're drawn to. Keep here and have more fun. Have more fun. And this is the first time I've actually done a reading sitting down. I've usually, I'm sitting down, but I'm on the ground usually. So my feet are grounded this time. So let's see what happens with this. Stop dodging, I heard. Maybe someone's dodging like a relationship. I know I do. I go back and forth with that. Am I really ready? Do I really want that? Those nights where it's like, you wish you had company, and it's like other nights it's like, ugh, I'm glad I don't have company. With this fairy deck, there's no reverse or upright meaning. See, cards just flying all the time. So I'm just going to switch this around because there's no reverse meaning in this deck. I actually just got a numerology deck. That'll be fun. I'll incorporate that in my next one. Okay, so you got the skull, the glass skull, we got the unicorn, and we got the shot glass skull head here. So I'm going to move them aside. But not the images, rather, but the glass skull. So those of you that have chose the glass skull, this is a stone glass skull I got from someone. I used to collect dolls, and it was part of we would trade gifts kind of thing. So we did this one, and then we did this one. Okay, so your first card is Divine Order. And see how we have the scales there? So this could be for a Libra specifically, or you have a Libra in one of your houses, or you're trying to find balance. We're now at a Libra season. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So maybe something is... Oh, the storm warning. So we got this yesterday as the daily pick-up cards, but it's like... The storm is like not a storm, but anxiety. We actually pulled that first too. So the storm is pulling out. So you're finding divine order after a storm. Clouds on the horizon, but this is in the reverse position. For the reverse, it indicates that dark times are behind you. So it's a positive card. So don't always look at when the cards are reversed into a negative, or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. This new light may bring a time of resentment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also, spend some time reflecting on the difficulties that has passed. What's the lesson for you? And Spirit has been calling for, if you watch the daily pick a card, Spirit has been calling about this, especially in this season that we are right now, ending of a chapter and the beginning of a chapter. We have this in between. They're telling us, even astrological answers from for the next 10 days are saying this is a time of reflection, turning inward, sitting there and loving on yourself, isolation. And I've been telling you guys that that's what Spirit has been calling for. So, like I said, we cannot longer bring the emotions from the past into the future and throw it in partner's face. Because I'm getting someone is like, there's a female and a male and they're quarreling. And there's been an argument about something. And I believe it's about the relationship. Either he's too flirty or she sees females flirt with him and she's getting upset. And he may have made a mistake in the past, or she's known him from the past and she knows what he's been in like in the past, and she throws it in his face to hurt him. So we can no longer do that. We have to learn from those lessons, as this card is saying. We learn what do we need to learn in this time? Learn from the lessons, but we need to move forward and let that go. We can no longer do that. We can no longer use that as a weapon against them. If you want to move forward, you can't bring that with you. Why would you want to bring that baggage with you? Whether it's about self-love, empowerment, remembering to bring these intentions and the lessons learned into your bright new path. So we have an affirmation here, and I believe this is need to be said. I have the power to overcome any obstacle, no matter what is going on. I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. So you got to believe in yourself in this time. Universe is saying believe. So the next card we got is the Magician. We've been getting the Magician a lot lately. This is from my Game of Thrones traditional tarot deck, the Magician. And we had a traitor amongst us. Remember, we got that on Throne Thursdays? And it was after we pulled the Magician card. And I was like, And we got a male being deceitful. So, watch what you're saying to people. If you have a secret, keep it to yourself. What's the best way to keep a secret from spreading? Don't tell nobody. So the key meanings of this card is success, willpower, messages, manifestation, inspiration, diplomacy. So action, ideas, energies about. It's time for investments. So again, we got another investment card. Expansive thinking and new directions. So the card often, and I just heard invest in a house. So this maybe when they're saying investing for your children, leaving something for your kids, maybe you're investing into a house. Maybe you have the opportunity to invest in a house, and some people are saying no, and universe is saying yes. We also got this card, I believe last week I think it was last Friday, saying the universe is giving you a big yes. That if something you've been holding back of taking a risk for, universe is saying take that risk. It'll pay off. I have your back. You'll make it. Expansive thinking, new direction. So this card often comes up to show new work, relationships, business startups, and other successful creative ventures. At this spiritual level, you can connect to your higher self. We've got a lot of cards connecting to our higher self this week, or true purpose. If you're waiting for news, the card tells you that you will soon have the information you need. So additional meaning on top of what we already heard was significant journeys, moving home. And we got that a lot yesterday. Moving home. Some kids are moving in. Some kids are moving out. So our last card we got for this pile, the Wheel. So some of us are starting the next chapter right now. Beautiful. Delays are over. Sudden and unexpected good luck. A new card or travel. So some of you are starting now. All of us are our own divine path. So some of you, whoever chose the skull, I think your journey's starting now. And you got 2 10s. 10, 10. No, this is 10. This is 1. 10 and 10. There you go. 10 and 10. Nice. Big positive affirmation there. So, delays are over and it's time to get moving again. The fairies are starting the stage of magical time. Magical time, and we got the magician coming for you that will allow you to make some hoped for change. Excuse me. This card heralds happy synchronicities. Fortune smiles on you. All around good luck. So you got a 10 and a 10. And red is a good luck color in the Chinese culture. And 10s are looked, and you got a 1 here. And you got 3 1s in a row. That's amazing. Fortune is smiling on you and all around you all around good luck. Remember that all the fairies may have gotten things started. You have to keep the momentum going. And we were told that this time, this isolation period, that we're basically recharging our batteries, we're recharging our souls, our hearts, our minds, our spirit, because we wanted this spirit, fairies, whoever you believe in, was saying, when we go to this next chapter, we want you to be fully charged and we want a strong foundation. For those that didn't heed the warning, you didn't have a strong foundation built. So when we move to this next chapter, if you built the strong foundation, this will have a lasting effect in your life. Like they say, they started it, you gotta have to make this last. For those of you that didn't rest right now, you're gonna end up burning out, and it's not gonna have a significant impact. You're gonna burn out. I keep being told. Your sudden movement forward may bring with it the need to do a little more research. If you are compelled to seek out answers or unanswered questions, do some with speed and optimism. Surround yourself with positive people who can cheer you on as you and who applaud your success. Some of us are changing our group of people. Some of us in this time of isolation, something significant happened. Some of us, it was barely a blip. It opens your eyes. Who are your people? Who are your people that will make your foundation? What's a foundation? It's a square. So 4 people that will stand in your corner. Each you have people in this corner, and they're holding you up on this strong foundation to lift you up. A fairy sits on a spin wheel, creating beautiful strands of gold. So it's like kind of like Rapunzel. Was it Rapunzel with the thimble? Or is that Sleeping Beauty? I can't remember. Sleeping Beauty. However, in this case, the magic of the wheel creates waves and waves of golden hair for the fairy, a very personal symbol of the prosperity that is to come. Very strong. Whoever picked this, very strong. So additional meanings to this card: new doors opening, and I heard in love, a lucky break, of the focus of positive change, making progress, starting to be optimistic about your plans. What goes around comes around. Ooh. We also got this in Throne Thursday. Something that we were hidden from was being brought to the light. So maybe now is the time. The universe is like, bam, this is the time. Things have happened to these people, but they still haven't paid the price. It's going to catch up with them. All around, a new car or travel. So, to you guys that picked this card, amazing. I'm really happy for you guys. Like, seriously. See, I would have chose this deck, and I would have chose the skull deck, because I don't know, but I love unicorn. See, it's hard, right, when you choose these things? But there's no wrong or right answer, and sometimes I choose more than one. So those of you that chose this funky unicorn, really cool unicorn, I love it. This will be yours. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't really like the panning of the cards there. I'm going to not do that this time, because it doesn't bring it out more. So you are safe. So maybe some of you haven't been feeling unsafe. So your message from Archangel Michael, this has come up a lot lately. I've been drawn to do Archangel cards. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So don't. It's just Mercury retrograde messing with your mind. Sometimes we get into this anxious energy, and then it affects us because we don't sleep, right? So don't fear, guys. Ooh, very nice. Happy family. So we had actually had gotten this in the reverse last week, so things are turning around for you. Closeness, fun, caring. The rainbow over the happy family pertains a time of joy and celebration. Those of you that are faithful or biblical or whatever you want to call it, the rainbow is the covenant that God made with humans. It's a very positive, good luck symbol. So again, we have luck in this pile with the unicorn. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. I don't know what that word is, but I mean, don't underestimate the power of being connected with family. Some of us pull away because it's like we want to avoid drama, but it's like, remember the good moments. You know, how many, like, that's also anxiety playing it. Oh, like a pot of gold. I just got that. See how it ends here on the card? Oh, it's like a big bright light here. It's like the sun, but it's not the sun. Like pot of gold. So this is another good luck card. So, you know, don't sit there and pull away because of anxiety. I do the same thing. Oh, I'm going to have a crappy time. You know, I don't really get along with these people. I always feel, you know, like the black sheep around these people. But it's like, you know, they're saying don't underestimate those times because especially if children, you're taking away those experiences for them. So kind of like suffer in silence kind of thing, but, you know that you're adding value to others around you. The value that you find in a true loving relative or a friend brings a higher vibration to your life focus. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting or perhaps relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be you deserve in this lifetime. Your destiny in this lifetime, pardon me. So, you know what I mean? Just because you come on a ready-made family, maybe you'll bring the light back into to their family. Because like ourselves, our family was, disrupted because of out of order death. It was sudden. It was not expected at all. He was healthy, so it was just like it happened. So this might bring a lot of light and love that you've been seeking into your life. So don't always look down on people that have children. They bring, things that you've been missing in your life. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, anniversary, birthday party, and joy. And actually, Shane's birthday's coming up. So that's another positive affirmation. I'm just going to read the affirmation for this one because, it's family, it's friends. I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I'm ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family I need. So another I am the loving family I need. So it's kind of like self-love, right? With the anxiety card that we got. So you that chose the unicorn got the Page of Cups. Every time I get this card, I don't know what it is because he's holding the cup and the fish is jumping out. I hear the Psalm 23, My Cup Runneth Over. There's a song that I watch when we do our devotions. And it's like, my cup runneth over. It's a significant part of the song. And it's like, that's what that reminds me of. Not to get biblical on you or anything, but any of you that have followed me for a long time, it does come up a lot. And I apologize if it offends you. Not here to defend, here to heal. So the key meanings of this is news, fun, opportunities. So a lot of positivity in this spread. As an individual, the page is a sensitive, imaginative young person. He or she may also be psychic. Applied to a situation, the card heals a creative phase plus surprise social opportunities and friendships. Meeting the page could also be meeting the page is also a sign that a new relationship is on the horizon. So you got someone coming into your life. You guys that chose this one. So keep your senses open. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, because you might just hear them say something, or the way they laugh, or keep your sense of smell open, maybe their cologne or their perfume or a lotion that you love, or something will catch your attention. And spirits, like, keep it awake. There are also good news about children and projects. So here we go again. So you might be meeting someone that have children. So 2 positive confirmations here that the person that you that is coming into your life will have children. 7 autumn. Have patience, don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time and money. Another investment card. So maybe this is another house kind of situation. And if you find someone that does, they don't tell you on the first date, sometimes they keep that stuff to themselves just to find out who you are. If you're not interested in being part of a already made family, then make your intentions known. Make that clear so no one's wasting their time. The best treasure in life often takes a while to mature. So, like, they have the pumpkins. We're at the harvest season. We're actually at the end, I don't know, the end of harvest season, I usually say, like, Halloween is like that significant. Harvest season is overtime for me, but we're with the full moon over, I guess maybe it's over, but this is what they're saying right here. Sometimes we have to wait for people to get more mature to actually see what someone else offers them. So maybe they have reached this peak maturity now. Don't stop believing. Just as the fruit ripens on the vine, your plans may seem to be moving slowly, but the pace is quicker than you realize. Be patient. Soon your harvest will come in, and you'll see how successful you have been. So maybe you know what I mean? Like, there's an individual that I speak to a lot, and I was like, I wish I could hold up a mirror to you and see how much you mean to people, how significant you are, how beautiful you are, inside and out. And it's like, I say that to her or him, and it's like, I should be doing the same thing to myself because I'm very hard on myself. It's like, Libra energy. We're very critical of ourselves. And sometimes we don't see all the hard work that we put into something. I'm beginning to see it now, but it's like, don't forget that. Give yourself a pat on the back. Spirit has told us, if you have something that you love, keep investing into it and you'll see how fruitful this will be. And sometimes, it's not where we want, we wish we'd be like, like that. But it's like, you're going to miss all the wonderful things that happen along the way. So just enjoy this time right now. As you wait for your goals to come to fruition, now is a good time to ponder your progress so far. Note the improvements, beg your pardon, or adjustments to your progress that might make next time around. So sometimes I'll sit there and I'll watch my lives that I do on IG, because to see, like, what can you guys see for me? Is the lighting good? Is the ambiance good? Sometimes my allergies are really bad, so it's like, well, maybe I should take my allergy pill earlier, or maybe I should take one before I do the reading, because I get congested a lot when I do the readings, because of my neighbors both have cats, and they both smoke, so it's like it affects me a lot right now because the windows are open. So it's like, what can I change to make it a better experience for you guys? So that's what they're talking about. When we do drawings, when we create things, we're very critical of what we change next time. So it'll be more visually appealing to others. Bring that much more. Be different from everyone else, right? So we get critical of ourselves sometimes. A young farmer fairy waits patiently for his crops to mature. In the meantime, he contemplates how to occupy his time until the harvest. So I'm just pointing to the brand because he's here. Last Throne Thursday, not this Throne Thursday, but the last one, we had Bran, and he had a bunch of ideas over his head. And Spirit was saying, as those ideas come in on your phone, I saw it on the phone, make a memo of all the ideas you have, and you could come back to it, because when in the winter, things tend to slow down, so we have more free time, and we always complain we're bored. Go back to that memo and see what ideas can you bring up. Also, Astrological Answer said for the next 10 days, if there's something you wanted to do, now's the time to do it. And that's honestly, this is why I did this. Because it said in this 10-day period is a magical time for the next 10 days, the 24th, 25th, 10 days from there. This is a magical time to, if there's something you've wanted to do, this is the time. To also take care of your health. And also, if you wanted to start a supplement. I actually started a dandelion supplement, and I put way too much in today. But there's alcohol in it, and I don't like it. But I do see the benefits from it, but, I might trade with my mom. My mom got the tea, so I might trade with her, and she could take this one. So additional meanings to this is diligence. Slow but measurable progress. A foreseeable increase in income. Time for a little rest. Worry for no reason. So we worry a lot with the Mercury retrograde. I'm just going to go get a drink, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry to get some water there. I'm getting dry. So that's just your cards for the unicorn. So another positive one. So some of us are not seeing, how hard we actually are working. So don't give into that illusion. So the last one is this crazy skull shot bottle. I love that. I'm not a drinker, but I love the bottle. Okay. So our first card is Archangel card. Wow, everything that came up for yesterday's pick a card, which is Friday, October 25th. All the Archangel cards are coming up. So that's significant. So, they're telling us to balance, you're safe. And the last one, healthy lifestyle. Eat helpful. I that's such a crazy word. I've never heard that word. Helpful. Healthyful. Diet. Get accurate. Oh my word. Accurate. I can't talk today. I apologize. Accurate sleep and exercise regularly for optimism health. So, like Astrological Answers was saying again, go follow them on IG, Instagram, if you don't know what IG is. And it's like, they were saying that too. There's like, this is a time to get into those. If there's vitamin supplements you've been wanting to try, a diet powder you've been wanting to try, I started this dandelion stuff, and I actually started on the 24th before Astrological Answers video came up, and I was like, wow, that was like a big yes, take it. Okay. Caring connections, but it's in the reverse. So with the healthful lifestyle, it's like, this is like jump starting again, because we had a bunch of celebrations, we had high holidays, and we were told to follow it like Shabbat. We're not supposed to work, and we're supposed to rest. It's for one day. He's like, you got, whoever you believe in says you got 6 days to work. Take the 7th day, absolutely no working whatsoever. But obviously some things you have to do, taking care of your kids, and you gotta go places sometimes because family asks you, but try all in all just to rest. Let your mind, body, and soul be still to rejuvenate for the rest of the week. So in the reverse position, but the key meanings are friendship, partnership of two, possible love. But we got this in the reverse. So it might be delayed, or the person decided to take another path, or it's like with the other cards where like maybe they found out you had kids, or you still live at home, or you're not working, you got laid off, and just an excuse not to be in your life. So it's okay. Or they pull back because maybe they decided they're not ready for a relationship. It's okay. This card reverse signals a break in communication, or a parting of ways for two people. Whether romantic, social, or business, the present connection seems to be at or close to an end. So maybe you stayed longer than you were supposed to. I was just told. You realized that it was over, and you're like, I'm not being fair. Give it another chance. And you went back, and you're like, oh my god, now you're gonna get hurt even worse. When you were gonna end it the first time, you were all ready to do it, and then you went back to it, and it's like, what am I doing? Basically, they confirmed that you should have left. If this is the case, consider the healthier actions needed to be taken to move on. As difficult as parting may be, it can often lead to a bigger and better things. Keep in mind both the logistical and emotional aspects of leaving the connection behind. Make plans, vent your feelings. Always remember, with every ending, a new beginning is at hand. So they're basically saying, take the time you need to, grieve this breakup. Don't sit there and jump into the next one. Don't sit there and start going on all the apps and being thirsty. Take the time you need to heal. Take the time you need to reflect and learn the lessons. What will you do differently? Hindsight is 2020. So take the time to get to that point where you see the hindsight of the signs, the red flags, what you missed, what you would have changed, and give yourself that time to grieve this separation. So I'm going to read the affirmation from this because, if I know a couple people that I read for are going through this. I open my heart and life to truly caring connections. So again, with the cards earlier, who are your four, when we talk about a strong foundation, four corners, a square, or a rectangle, whatever you want to call it. Who are your four core people that you can count on? So if you two break up, who do you know you could call without a shadow of a doubt? We'll sit there and drop everything, and we'll sit there and listen to you vent and tell you, no, you're not stupid for staying. Don't worry about this. Another one will come along. They tell you what you need to hear. They will order you pizza. They'll sit with you and eat ice cream. You'll watch some movies. Your people, your tribe. So this may be also a time to actually figure out who needs to be in your life. Sometimes people have a season and a reason. I open my heart and my life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. So some of us are been asking for love. Wheel of Fortune again. My gosh. Dang. So the people that picked the glass skull, it looks like you're starting your next chapter right now. Wow. I went to get a drink, and I have a bird seed bell outside, and I have these two doves that always come together. And he or she is actually sitting outside, and I was like, I should tell them about that dove. And I'm like, nah, what do they care about a dove? We got a dove sitting in the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit is saying, that's a big yes. Very positive. And it's a 10. Another 10. Fate, destiny, divine law, opportunity, luck, change. So we're starting this new wheel, new chapter. So group, I believe it's 1 and 2. 1 and 3 are starting the next chapter. Yep, the wheel. We got the wheel 1 and 3. You guys are starting your next chapter. The Wheel of Fortune is an ancient symbol of luck and destiny, and the twists of fate, and the shame. Oh, I'm not going to get onto that because it goes into basically the Game of Thrones kind of nonsense. So I'm not going to get into all that. Okay, but it's a significant ancient symbol from time on. We even got that with the girl spinning on the wheel, making golden thread. So it's kind of like a Wheel of Fortune moment, because she's spinning forward, she's working. Everything improves when the wheel arrives in a reading. Finances, work, home, life, career, relationships. You also benefit from chance meetings and reconnections with people who live far away from you. So I just heard someone that you had feelings for from the past is coming to fruition. Things didn't work out then. And what is, the saying? If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's meant to be. I'm sure I'm butchering it, but I just saw someone that you had deep feelings for, things didn't work out, is now coming back into your life. You may also benefit from chance meetings, reconnections with people who live far away from you, opportunities for success coming your way. The card invites you to manifest your wishes through affirmations and actions, and to broaden your knowledge. Overall, you gain a wider perspective on your place in the world. Very nice. Additional meetings, psychic work. A lot of psychic work in the cards. Wow, I'm really happy about that. So maybe that's what's going to happen is the next 10 days is we're starting this journey. Because in some sort of form, all of us, all the cards got the Wheel of Fortune in some sort of way. Oh no, group 2 didn't. Which one was the girl wheeling the thread? Oh, it is the wheel. Okay. So she was the one. Kind of looks like Rapunzel with the long golden hair. I like that. I'm happy people are starting the new chapter. Some of us have been overdone, recycled, shredded this chapter. We're ready to move on, universe. Okay, 1 second. I misplaced one of my booklets. Okay, so the Ace of Winter for the last pile here is don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly, accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. And this is what Astrological Answers was saying, that, what is something that you've wanted to do? They said this in this next 10 days. What's an idea like we had with the card with Bran? They asked us, what is something you want to do? And I said, write down those ideas. And here we go. Sure enough, it's coming up again. Astrological Answer said the same thing. I'm just looking for the book while I'm talking to you guys. What is something you wanted to do? Ooh, look at that too. Her crown chakra. She's got a big old snowflake over her head, but it's like a crystal, mystical crystal. What are, excuse me. What are some ideas that you wanted to do? So with me, someone was kind enough to say you should do pick-a-cards. And anyone that knows me, it's like, oh my gosh, a pick-a-card on top of everything else that I already do. And I was like, when am I going to find the time? So I said, Fridays, before Shabbat starts, I should do a pick-a-card. So that's what I'm doing today. We're going to see how it goes. If it has a positive response, then I'll keep doing it. I actually do like this too. I really like the surprises that come out from it. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. You're on the right path. So another big yes. Wheel of Fortune, you're on the right path. You're moving forward in the right direction. So this is ended and it looks sad, but don't worry about that. You're on. It went this way. You're starting a new chapter because this is ended. So you're moving forward into a night chapter. Look at the light coming behind it. Very bright. You're on the right path. I still can't get over that dove. Okay. Any difficulties you experience merely intend to make you stronger. There aren't really blocks at all. But, don't make any blocks out of fear. Because, maybe this relationship was a security blanket for you. Because you know that with this relationship, everything's taken care of. You walk in the door, the bills are paid, the light bills, the rent's paid, the mortgage is paid, whatever. It's security. Because he's like holding her like securely. Your partner's holding you securely, but it's like, is it really worth going through all the other of it? Trust the new ideas you have at this time are inspired and worthy of your time and energy. You're crystal clear on what to do, even if you're doubting yourself. Have confidence in your own insight. Communicate it clear in conscious fashion in order to avoid confusion. But be careful not to seem cold in the way you speak your truth. And it's sometimes we say things and we don't mean the way it comes out. I've done that plenty of times. But I'm work up the courage. Not well, I guess the courage, because it's like I say it in my head, but it's like I immediately now correct myself, so people don't think that I'm trying to be cold or things come off the wrong way. I didn't mean for it to sound that way, and I apologize immediately so I don't offend someone. This young fairy has a great magic in her hands, but also the power of pure crystalline through floating above her head. So the beautiful snowflake that is above her head, it's like resonating all these fairy dust around her. Her companion represents the potential strength and courage she will grow into. So that's like her spirit animal. This is what, the little blips in the road that we might have, and Spirit is saying that in this next chapter we're going to have a little bit of blips. That's why we had to recharge right now, because we're going to have some blips, or it's going to need a little extra kick, we're going to need a little extra oomph. Additional meaning of this card: brilliant new concepts, overcoming obstacles, remaining optimistic, being objective, noticing and trusting the signs of positive outcomes. So, you know what I mean? Like, you got to sit there and see how much you're actually actually be proud of yourself of all the work that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like with myself or anyone that does this type of work, all the work that you put in, because it does take a lot to put an effort into doing daily stuff. Never denounce that. If someone's quiet or going through something, it's like, okay, it has to be significant. Because speaking for my own authentic truth, when I don't do these cards, guys, I get pent up energy in me, and it's like, dang. You know what I mean? And now that I'm getting paid readings, it's like, I'm getting more and more energized. It's like, I can do more. So I thank you all that participate in this pick a card. This is my very first one. I'm gonna make some changes to it, like it's just sometimes when I actually follow JJ Constellations. She's an amazing being. I love her. Sometimes when I see her do the shuffling the cards and laying the cards down, there's something in the cards that draws my eye to it. Like sometimes, like, so one of the baubles will speak to me, but it's like something significant in the cards will speak to me. Like here, this part of the actual design of the card speaks to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm meant to know what's behind that card. And if you pick more than one, that's fine. If you pick all three, what I do is I get a piece of paper and I'm like, okay, so 3 stood out first. And then when, the unicorn didn't stand out to me, but there was a card in there that, the symbols really stood out to me. So I'm like, okay, 2. And then, maybe something stood out in the 3, or I'm kind of drawn to the skull, but not really. So if I'm drawn to all 3, I'll sit there and I'll listen to the one that I was drawn to first, second, and third. And I write it all down and I keep it, and then I'll go back and reflect on it. It's just an idea of what you want to do. There's no right or wrong way to do pick a cards. So I hope you enjoy my first pick a card, guys. I really appreciate the continued support. Please like, subscribe. Comments are more than welcome, to how to improve the pick a card. Because, that's all what, like the cards were saying. It's all about change, right? Positive change. So I wish I could get something that would stand like this. I like that. You know what I mean? I could get another tripod. So, like I'm saying, I'm being critical even as I'm ending this video. So, please, if you have any comments or any ideas that, how I could do that to improve, or, something you would like to see in a video, let me know. And I'll be gladly to accommodate you guys. Again, like, subscribe, make sure all notifications are turned on so you're aware when new videos are uploaded. And I'm going to try and do this every Friday now. So have a blessed weekend, guys. I might be on tomorrow, which is Saturday, for a live IG video, and then I got readings on Sunday, so I might be quiet on Sunday. So have a blessed weekend, guys, and I'll see you on Monday for the daily pick a card.